Hi there, and welcome to Joel and Markus movie show.
We are going to change the name in the future. It is the pilot. It's the pilot.
We are here today to make some movie reviews on some legendary horror films that actually put a trace in all of our hearts. So let's begin. We thought we were gonna start out with Dracula,
The 1992 version by
Francis Ford Coppola,
that's a yes.
and
Weird name, that guy. It's the guy who directed The Godfather. So
he made also Apocalypse Now for you, don't know.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse. Tongue twister. Anyway, I saw this film about 2 years ago, so it's been a while, but I remember it still today because I thought it was a really great film. I loved how Dracula was made in the movie and portrayed, and yeah, you can watch it there. But I really enjoyed it, and I couldn't sleep for days after that. I remember.
Yeah, you agree. I agree. It's pretty damn scary, and the acting is awesome, especially Gary Oldman and Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
But it's there that it falls flat, because I saw the original 1931 Dracula at first, many years earlier, and kind of got that the story about Dracula. And this one, I thought, when I saw this, I was like, what the hell, it doesn't end like that. And the roles, there are many people in the book that wasn't in the original movie, and I have not read the book, so that's why I don't really like this film.
So for you guys who's out there and who maybe have seen the 1941 version
Bela Lugosi.
with Bela Lugosi, you may also maybe be disturbed on this ending.
But if in case they read the book.
Well, I give it 4 stars out of 5 because, of my opinion, I think it's a really great horror film, and I think the acting is really great, like Marcus said, and I think it's a great story. Maybe it should have been a bit shorter, but it's a great movie, great film. I recommend you who love vampires and don't want to watch Twilight or anything like that new shit.
Well,
according
I actually have to give the movie 3 stars. It is awesome acting, and it is a damn good film. It's just not the Dracula story that I was used to, and let's just say I prefer the old Bela Lugosi one above this. I even prefer the old Christopher Lee one above this. But Gary Oldman, if you're watching, you're still awesome, and you couldn't have done it better than any modern actor.
Wow. Strong words from a strong man. Well, let's continue to our other film.
It's Spider-Man director Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, who made the movie Evil
Dead.
Dead, yeah.
Yes, this one is actually one of the first horror movies I saw on a day, and actually got scared the shit of.
I actually watched it when I was a bit older. I think I saw it for the first time just about 1 year ago or so. But I've heard many friends talked about it, and I knew I didn't was so much fan of the first one. I actually liked more Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead 3, who I thought were masterpieces. But Evil Dead 1 is a really great horror film, and I recommend it. But especially if you're not scared about demons and stuff. Yeah, Marcus, have you something?
I give this movie credit. It was scary as hell, and the climax was one of the best climaxes in a horror movie I ever seen. But as Joel said,
No spoilers.
no spoilers. No. I said the climax is an awesome piece of cinema. But as Joel said, we two kind of share the fact that we like a little bit comedy in our horror. And
Yeah.
that's what Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, not Evil Dead 3 is.
No, sorry.
Idiot.
Oh, sorry.
I can't work with amateurs. This one is filmed in the forest in Central America, while the other Evil Dead 2 is filmed in Bulgaria.
Well, there you see. Well, there you know.
The actually alternate title for Army of Darkness is the Medieval Dead.
Well, there you see. No.
Anyway, let's not carry on too long. How much do you give this movie?
I give this 3 stars out of 5.
The table says 10 because I gave this movie 4 on the horror scale.
I guess
It's
that.
no Citizen Kane, but it's a very good start for Sam Raimi.
I admit it's a really good horror film also, but I can't give it 4 because I think
It's not your cup of tea.
it's not my cup of tea, like Marcus said, and maybe I watch it soon again and I will give it a new chance. Maybe I should.
Next,
Child's Play.
it's a question movie. Who is the boy insane, or is the doll really alive?
Yeah, that's the point of the movie, and I mean it's a really scary film. The actors are not very famous, not that I know.
Brad Dourif, the voice of the puppet and the one who played the murder in the beginning.
Well,
He
look
has
at that.
played in Lord of the Rings, The Third Aliens, and he also were Wormtongue in the Lord of the Rings movie. I told you to take his stuff. I told you to take the wizard's stuff.
I told you to take his stuff.
Oh, okay.
And also an interesting piece of trivia: the guy who wrote this and its sequels is actually one of the very few homosexuals in the horror business.
Okay.
Guess you didn't know that?
I guess you didn't know that.
God bless IMDb.
Well, I remember I liked this movie. It was not the best horror movie I've seen, but it was pretty entertaining, and I like the concept of the movie with a living doll and everything. And yeah, it's good music in it, and
The music is very great.
yeah, and it builds up a good tension, which terrifies you easy. Simply, I let's cut to the chase. I give this movie 3 stars out of 5. So, Marcus?
3.5. There was hardly any jump scares. It's you kinda know what's going on by the time you actually find out. It's pretty obvious, but it's still pretty thrilling. You know, it's like, when is gonna happen? Is he gonna do it now? Now? And stuff. You never get to see the killer until until you reveal. You don't say until you reveal it.
Yeah.
And I give it 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue. We don't got all day. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh, the classic.
It's based on a true story.
Bullshit. It's actually based on the serial killer Ed Gein, which also Norman Bates from Psycho and what's the guy in Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. And the only thing they actually took from Ed Gein was that his house had full of body pieces of humans, animals, and that he took the faces of people and turned it into masks. Wait, they're out on the ranch, and they're gonna go to some kind of festival, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's
about
at least the case in the remake by some guy
and
by Michael Bay.
and then they suddenly, I think they meet pick up a hitchhiker who is loony, very crazy, and
That place they're staying at is kinda a motel hell, if you like to call it that.
it's about a redneck family who's kind of psychotic. That's the basic.
I don't like the title actually. It's a cool title, but it's not half of the kills in this film are made by a chainsaw.
That's true, actually.
It delivers a little too much Texan, too little chainsaw, but the massacre they nail.
Leatherface.
He kills a lot of people.
Well, simply, it's like the critics have written here, one of the most sadistic horror movie films, the most horrifying movie ever. Well, I guess on those days it was. When I watched it, I didn't think it was very gory. I've seen a lot worse. Brain dead.
It doesn't rely on gore. It just relies on the cruelty of the family.
Yeah,
Especially
that's true.
that dinner scene. You
Yeah.
see her crying, being all desperate, and they're like, "Fuck you, bitch."
It's a lot of cannibalism and stuff.
Actually, no. No, no. Anyway,
Well, I give this 4 stars because I think it's a bit of a horror masterpiece, and I think it's a cult classic, and it's many movies have been influenced by this movie, and I liked it. I liked it a bit, but I also like the remakes. They're really great, also. I think.
well, I hated the remakes, but I give it. Actually, I like it how they actually make it look like it's based on a documentary. You know, they went all blurry saying this is a true story. It really happened, but it's just complete bogus. But I like that if you look at it, it looks like one actually tried to recopy the actual murders. It looks like a low set that you would use for a documentary. The pacing is pretty slow, and the guy in the wheelchair is a fucking such a annoying character.
I agree.
Yeah, but it's still a cult classic, as Joel said, and it is pretty damn fine and a piece of the Film Institute. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4.5.
Well, and the last movie of them all, The Thing by John Carpenter. It's
It's kind of a remake on the much.
the original The Thing is from 1954, but John Carpenter made this as a remake in 1982.
This one follows the book Who Goes There much more, because
Yeah.
in the original film there was actually kind of a Jason Voorhees character walking around, be like, I'm gonna kill all humans, but he didn't talk.
I can guarantee you it's not like this in this movie.
This is a fucking bloody mess, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really great movie. I recommend everyone who hasn't seen it must see it.
It doesn't use any computer effects, and everything you see on screen is actually in front of the camera, and
Which are amazing.
yeah, exactly. That there needs to be more films like this these days.
Well, the story in the movie is about some. It's on the North Pole, Antarctica,
Yeah.
and it's about a few scientists who's out there, and I don't know what they're drilling and stuff. I think they're
They're looking
for oil and stuff. I don't know, but suddenly they find a spaceship.
No, yes, they do.
Oh,
But the story is
no,
no.
they find a creature out beneath the ice. I
Is
think.
that this movie? Oh yeah. Well, you can say they encounter a species that looks
Species.
like life forms you see on Earth, and thus think it's nothing. But little do they know, it's more than beneath the eye.
Yeah, they capture, they take it in, and suddenly hell breaks loose, and many people die. And blah, blah, blah. They're trying to rescue each other and trying to survive. I have to give it a strong 4 out of 5 because I really love this movie, and I watched also the remake who came out not so long ago. It was
the prequel. It
when-
was a prequel.
yeah, it was prequel, but it was pretty good prequel. Just to be I've seen a lot worse. But this is the original according to me, and I really like it a lot, so I recommend it.
On the horror scale, I'd have to give it a 5, because it's an watching this movie, look at it and think, why don't they use puppets and mannequins and stuff anymore? Why does it have to be computers when it looks so much awesomer and better with, well,
And the fun thing is that we actually are studying now computer graphics.
we kind of bash our studies here. Why do we have to do this? It's not like we want the job.
No. So I guess that's it from us, and we wrap it up now. And I hope you guys have a good time following us. And yeah.
Hope to see you more. Like and favorite if you enjoy.
So long.